Hey guys, it's Thursday and it's day 24 of our midday workouts. So again, all you need today is chair, kettlebell or weight, okay, or whatever version, single-handed version that you need or you've made at home. So we'll just let a few more people come on. And hey Karen, how are you? Donal, hey Donal, how's it going over in Dubai? How are we getting on, guys? Teens, good stuff. Cheryl, hey Cheryl. McHugh, how are we doing? Cool. Okay, so we're just letting some people pop on. We're letting the numbers build, and then we'll get going, so I don't have to continuously repeat myself. I got my tunes on. 90s number ones, best music for workout. Trashiest 90s. Good, Donald. Good to hear. Okay, a couple more seconds, then we'll get into it. So again, like I was saying before you jumped on, all you need is a chair. All you need is a chair and a kettlebell, sorry, or a weight or similar. And we'll get into our warm-up now in 1 second. How are the bodies after yesterday? Cheryl Hart, ready. Okay, I want to see a screenshot of that or a photo of that setup you've got there, Cheryl. Hey Trish, hey Susie. Margaret Breen, hey Margaret, hey Susie, hey Nikki Neil. Oh, Nikki Neil Boss, hey. Cool, alright. Okay guys, so let's get into our warm-up. So we're going to have loads of kettlebell swings at some stage in here today. You didn't hear that from here? Okay, feet shoulder width, you're going to drop into a squat. So we're going to push our hips back, feet shoulder width, drop our bum nice and low, push our knees out with our elbows, really force our posture into a perfect position, and then hook your fingers under your toes, raise your butt as high as you can, stretch out your hamstrings and your lower back, and then drop down into that squat again, push those knees out for 3, 2, 1, hook fingers, raise hips for 3, 2, 1, and back down. So we're going to be revisiting this in an exercise perspective today with bootstrappers. We touched on it a couple of weeks ago. We're going to go back to it again today. And raise your hips high. And then back down. Okay, you're going to put your 2 hands on the floor, keeping the feet flat on the floor. You're going to try and raise one hand to the sky. Feel that tension between the shoulder blades. Emphasis here is on the feet staying flat on the floor, knees pushed out to the side. Down and change. Down and change. So we're alternating one hand at a time. Down and change. And then up we come. Okay, so we're going to go down, tip our toes. We're going to walk our hands all the way into a high plank. We're going to shrug our shoulders 3 times. And we're going to walk our hands all the way back in, tip our toes, hold it there for 3 seconds, hamstring stretch, lower back stretch, and then walk it back out again. 3 shoulder shrugs. And then walking it back in again. 1, 2, 3, and then back out. Shrug the shoulders. Okay, so the next time we're back out in the high plank position, we're going to stay in the plank position. We're going to bring our left foot forward beside our left hand. Stretch out that right hip flexor for 3, 2, 1, and then change. Right foot beside your right hand. Stretch out your left hip flexor. 2, 1, and change. For 3, 2, 1, and change. So again, relaxing as much as possible through that hip flexor. Changing again. And change one more time. So how many of you guys managed to stick with the full 24 sessions? Back to high plank. Draw the knee under the body. Stretch out that glute on the left side. So that knee is under the body, bent at 90 degrees, and the back leg is nice and straight out behind you, and allowing your hips to sink back and down into the squat, or into the pocket, and stretch out that hip glute area. Okay, and change. So the 24 days actually built up pretty quickly. Didn't realize until yesterday when I sat down and actually looked at all my notes, and I got 24 workouts done on it. And change again. Some areas days are dragging, but in these areas the days are absolutely flying by. And how many times have you changed around your home setup? And change. Have you perfected your home gym corner area yet? If so, I want to see it. Okay, and then slowly up you come. And just roll those arms going forward. Okay, so You're gonna need your kettlebell to start. We're gonna start with strict overhead press. We're gonna go with our right side, okay? So that means kettlebell or weight, whatever it is, in against the chest, and then you're gonna push and rotate the face out. So everything we do today is gonna be 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and that's except for the end of round 3-minute build, ladder builder. I'll go through that when we get there. Okay, so we're gonna go right side overhead press for 50 seconds, and we're going in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. It's not about going really fast, it's about going continuously with a time that you can keep and a tempo you can keep. And let's go. And press above the head, back down, fold it in. Press above the head, back down, fold it in. So what I want you to focus on with your overhead press is the elbow. Okay, so if you push all the way up and then you slowly lower down through the elbow, you'll feel your shoulder blade folding in and back and down, and that's what we want to exaggerate. Okay, we're not pushing from just above the shoulder to above the head. We are bringing that right down, hugging it in against the chest, and then punching it above the head. So it's a big squeeze on the stomach as you press that up above the head. So in 15 seconds, you're gonna get a 10-second breather. And at that point, we're gonna keep the weight in our right hand and we're gonna put our right leg on the chair behind us. And we're going into left foot split squat. And hold on to that weight. You're gonna get your chair, you're gonna put your right foot up on the chair behind you. In 5 seconds, you're dropping that knee right down to the floor. 3, 2, 1, and drop down into your split squat. Whoop. So if you're feeling unstable, squeeze that stomach at the top and make sure you're steady before you drop down into your rep. You're keeping the whole foot in contact with that floor. And already, good stuff. We've got another 15 seconds. That's the beauty about live broadcasts. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. We're going back to our left side now. We're going to go left side overhead press. If you put your hand behind your back, it just makes sure that you stay honest with the core. 2, 1. Fold it out and up, down and in. Out and up, down and in. And keep that tempo going. Squeeze your core. Extend that arm fully above the head. So it's a big inhale as you bring it down and in. Big exhale as you press that above the head. 30 seconds to go. And then we're going to keep that weight on our left side. And we're going to put our left leg up on the chair behind you. So again, big squeeze on the stomach. Push yourself under. And the emphasis here is folding that elbow down and in and ensuring you get a full range of movement. So it's twice through every block today. Wow. Okay, and rest. Keeping that on the left side. Let's get that left leg up on the chair behind you. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop that knee right down, using the whole surface area of the sole of your foot to push yourself back up tall again. And again, if you're feeling unstable, you just squeeze your stomach to get that rigidity back into the torso and keep you upright. And again, focusing on a continuous tempo that you can maintain for that 50 seconds. It's not about hammering out reps as fast as possible with half-assed technique. It's about keeping that perfect technique going at a continuous, sustainable level. In 10 seconds, we're going back to our right hand hold on the weight, and we're going to put our left hand on the chair. 2, 1. Grab that weight in your right hand. Turn your palm to face away from the body. Left hand on the chair, keeping the palm facing away from the body. Pull that elbow past the ribs. Let's go. So we're not rotating the wrist. We're keeping our palm facing away from the body. We're scraping our ribs nice and tight, close with our elbow. We're keeping our stomach nice and tight, and we're pulling from our lat on the right hand side. So squeeze your stomach and then visualize your lat doing the work. If you need to take a breather at any point today, take a breather. But like I say, keep it to an absolute minimum. The aim is to keep working continuously and sustainably. Getting ready to change to the left side, and you've got a 10-second breather in which to do it. In 3, 2, 1, rest, shake out that arm. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the left, or go to the left side now, and then that's the end of the first block, round 1. We're gonna go into our second round. Let's go. Palm facing forward. Elbows are being pulled past the ribs. I've got 3 points of contact stabilizing me. That's my 2 feet, heels down, and my hand. So they're equally load bearing. My knees are soft, which allows me to push my butt out behind me, and then that in turn allows me to keep my heels down and also keep my shoulder blades pinned back. And I'm squeezing my stomach just before I initiate the pull, which keeps me steady in my movement. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, rest. You're going back to your right side, overhead press for the second round of this block, and there's only 2 rounds on the block. 3, 2, 1. Rotate out and press above the head, fold that elbow down and in. I'm squeezing my core as I press that above my head, and my shoulder is definitely feeling like it's had a fight with a kettlebell. Good stuff. 25 seconds to go, and then we're going to keep that bell on our right side, and we're going to put our right leg up on the chair behind you for your rear elevated split squat. 13 seconds, 12, 11, keep the stomach tight. 10 seconds, keep the hips back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, we're gonna put that right leg up on the chair behind you. 5 seconds, get that weight up on your right side or hold it in both hands if necessary. 2, 1, and drop the knee to the floor. So you're trying to drop right down. If necessary, use a support for your hand, whether it's another chair or a table or even touching the floor at the bottom of every rep. Very lightly, just to give you that little bit extra support and stability, which allows you to keep an honest focus on the technique and the movement. 20 seconds to go, and then we're going to go to our left side overhead press. Here am I. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. We're going back to our left hand hold. We're going to squeeze our stomach and we're going to press that bell above our head with our left hand. 2, 1, let's go. Press it up, fold the elbow down and in, out and up, elbow down and in, out and up. And again, focusing on that posture, on that core squeeze. And again, there's loads of resistance and there's loads of reps in today's session. So you don't have to go at 100 miles an hour. You just got to keep moving. The key to it is continuous movement with the right technique. 15 seconds. And keep asking yourself, why are you doing this at home? Well, it's for our mental health, it's for our physical health, it's our social and national responsibility. To help flatten that curve. Okay, and rest. That shoulder's burning. I'm gonna get my left foot up on the chair behind me. I'm gonna keep a hold with that left side. I'm gonna sling it over my shoulder slightly. And I'm dropping my knee right down into the floor. It might take you a rep or two just to find the right range of movement, but that's fine. Once you have the range of movement dialed in, and once you have your technique dialed in, then you can just go continuously and consistently on your reps. 30 seconds to go. So you might notice that I'm kind of pausing it for a second or two at the top. That's just doing a quick check on how stable I am and also what part of my foot is actually load bearing. Whew. So I'm just taking that extra second, half a second, to do a quick check before I drop down into a rep, ensuring I maintain the right technique and posture. Whew. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Back to the right hand. You're gonna put your left hand on the chair, palm facing forward away from the body. Push the hips back, heels down, knees soft, and pull. So I'm pulling from my right lat. That's the wing of muscle on the right hand side of the back. Whew. Big squeeze on the stomach. Whew. Pulling the elbow up past the rib cage. So after we've done our right side, we're going to switch to our left, and then we're going to climb a ladder. And the ladder is going to last for 3 minutes. And for 3 minutes, you're going to build reps. You're going to do 1 rep on kettlebell swing, 1 burpee, chest on floor. Then it's 2 reps on swings, 2 burpees. Then 3 reps on swings, 3 burpees. And so on and so forth. Rest. So and so on and so forth until we've completed 3 minutes. You get as high up through those reps as you can. 3, 2, left hand on the bell, 1, and let's go. So far, technique has been a little bit, the tempo has been a little bit lower, but don't worry. The aim is to get our tempo up slightly with our burpees and our swings. Big squeeze on the stomach, which just allows you to isolate that left lat and really contract it. Oh, getting warm now. Try not to rotate that wrist. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get rid of the chair. 1 swing, 1 burpee. 2 swing, 2 burpee. 3 swing, 3 burpee. 3 minutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1 swing. And then it's 1 burpee. And then it's 2 swings. Try not to stick with a tempo you can't maintain. Just stay with a tempo that you can go consistently and continuously on. So we're only going to be doing this ladder twice. So what I'm aiming to do is do all my swings with my right side on this one, and then when we revisit it later on in the workout, I'm going to do everything with my left side. But then again, that's just me. You might want to alternate. You might want to do 2 hand swings. That's 4. The aim is just keep going. 1 minute in, 2 to go. 3, 4, 5. Good. Now remember, when you're doing your kettlebell swings, you're aggressively pushing the floor away with the soles of your feet. And you're standing bolt upright. Good work, guys. So we're coming up to the 2 minute mark in about 20 seconds. 4, 5, 6. Don't worry too much on the actual reps in relation to counting fully. The aim at this stage is just keep moving with perfect technique. 3. Okay, we got 60 seconds left. 6, 7 swings. 35 seconds. 5, keep moving. 6, 7. So, The next exercise we're going into, after our 10-second breather at the end of these, is going to be kneeling press. With our knees on the chair and our hands on the floor. We're going into pike press. 8 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3. Time for one more burpee. 2, 1. Rest. 10 seconds. Keep the heart rate high. 2 knees on the chair. 5 seconds. Pike press. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down. Touch the floor as close to the floor as you can with your head, and then back up again. So imagine you're in a handstand position where you're lowering yourself straight down and you're raising yourself straight up. Oh, the aim is to hit those shoulders as much as possible, along with the upper back and core. Oh, and again, I'm using the fingertips, the ball of the hand, and the heels of the hand to push myself away from the floor. I'm not just relying on the heel of the palm. 8 seconds. Then we're up into squats with the weight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. Grab your weight. Getting ready to go into 50 seconds worth of squats. First movement with a squat is pushing your hips back. Let's go. Hips back, drop, and up. Hips back, drop, and up. So the aim here is to go continuously, and it's squats. It's not a thruster. It's not a sumo deadlift high pull. It's just purest squats. So we're really focusing on keeping that weight in front of the body, whether it's one arm or two holding it, pushing the hips back to initiate, and then driving those knees out to the side with the soles of the feet on the floor. At the bottom, I'm bracing my core, and then exhaling at the top. Keep that going. We're going into push-ups next. And rest 10 seconds. So we're gonna go into 45 push-ups. So you're gonna do a push-up out of 45 degrees, then you're gonna do 2 walks with the hand, and you're gonna do push-ups out the other side. So it's a push-up, walk the outside hand, walk the inside hand, push-up. Walk the outside, walk the inside, push-up. And every push-up has a step with each hand. So I'm gonna step once with each hand, and then a push-up. All the way to the floor. If you need to use your knees on the floor, that's fine. And the aim is to get yourself right down to the floor. Because when you get yourself right down on the floor, you're using a full range of movement to get yourself back up again. There's no point in doing half a push-up where your forehead touches the floor and the rest of your body stays 6 inches off it. Lie down fully. Keep that going. So we're back to the kettlebell next, and we're gonna do halos. That's a circle around the head. Up we get. So you're gonna grab your kettlebell, you're gonna hold it, and we're gonna draw big circles around the head. Let's go. So if you wanna make this tougher, keep your feet closer. If you wanna make it easier, feet wider. Because when you bring your feet closer, your base of stability is narrower. So therefore, your core has to work harder. And if your feet are wider, you've got a wider base of stability, and the core doesn't have to work as much. So I'm staying honest with myself. I'm going as far behind the head as I can, and I'm keeping my stomach tight and my feet together. And I'm trying to keep myself as steady as possible. Whew. Good stuff, guys. 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna go into our bootstrappers. So remember the one where we raised our knee or hips off the floor with our fingers under our toes? It's gonna be similar to that. Okay, kettlebell on the chest, sit into a squat, and then you're gonna raise your bum as high as you can, and bell is gonna go down behind your heels, and then you're coming back up into the squat again. So you're hinging back, bum high, pull yourself down into a perfect squat. So now you have a weight in front of your body, you can really sit yourself into that squat. And the elbows are there just as a little reminder for the knees to stay pushed out, which allows your feet to stay in contact with the floor. So it's like you're looking back between your legs with your bum as high as possible, your legs as straight as possible, and then pulling yourself down into your squat. Whew. This is getting tough on the quads. Whoa. Stay with it. 10 seconds, then you're gonna go up. We're gonna keep that kettlebell, and we're gonna go into plie squat. Whew. Quads are burning. And rest. Up we get. So I'm gonna hold that kettlebell on my right side. I'm gonna kick my right leg around behind me, and I'm gonna sit myself down into a squat. So it's like a lateral lunge into a squat. So kicking the leg out behind me, down, and I'm maintaining contact with the floor on the sole of my foot at all times. The further around I can get that leg behind, out to the side, the better. Because then I'm allowed to sit myself right down. I'm driving off the flat of the foot. I'm initiating the glute and the outside of my quad to come back up. Whew. You may feel a stretch on the outside of your bum cheek. That's good. That means that glute is getting stretched out, and then you got to contract it to come back up. 10 seconds. And then we're going back into kneeling on the chair for our piked press. Oh, rest, 10 seconds. Get your chair back in play. 2 knees on the chair, 2 hands on the floor, and let's go for the press. Let's go. So, it's our second time through this block. You've already done every exercise. You know what to expect. So now is the time to keep moving continuously and consistently with the right technique and posture. Do not belt along at 100 kilometers an hour doing half-ass reps. You're better off taking half a second to a second at the top of every rep just to reassess, reaffirm what the movement pattern is, and then go down into it. 10 more seconds. Oh, whew. Oh, and rest. Up we get. We're going into our squats, holding that weight. Then we're going to give our legs a break before we go back to them again. And squat, push the hips back, down, knees get pushed out to the side, and up. So there's loads of squat and squat variations here today. So you got to really focus on keeping contact with the whole surface area of the bottom of your shoe. So think gecko hand or gecko foot. The whole surface area sucks onto the floor and does not push from anywhere. In particular, it's a uniform press with equal load bearing. Oh. There we go, keep it moving. We're going into our 45-degree push-ups next, where we're moving out to the left for 45, then out to the right for 45, with a hand walk on each hand, each rep. Oh. Rest. Put your weight down on the floor, get your chair out of the way, down onto the floor, get ready to go for a push-up, and let's go. Push up, walk one hand, walk the other, push up. Walk one hand, walk the other, push up. Walk, walk, push up. If you need to use your knees, that's absolutely fine. The press, the push-up aspect, you're gonna get your chest on the floor in between your hands with each rep. Remember, there isn't a trainer standing over you, so you have to be the participant and the trainer, and you have to kind of keep an eye on yourself and make sure that you're keeping your technique and your posture as described. Let's go now. Thanks. Good. Getting ready to go into halos. Oh, rest. Up we get. Grab your kettlebell. You're going to draw circles around the head. 3, 2, 1. Feet together. Big circles. Oh, big rotation on that bell. Get as much rotation as possible, because the more rotation you do, the tougher it is on your core to stabilize you. And what you're going to notice is those shoulders are going to start burning before the core, but I want you to stay with it. Keep moving. The aim is to get the kettlebell to try and pull you off an even keel. Squeeze your stomach to stay steady. 17 seconds. Then we're staying with this kettlebell for the next 2 exercises to finish off the block. Oh. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep a hold of that kettlebell. We're going into our bootstrappers. So ready to sit into a squat. 5, 4, 3, grab your weight. 2 hands on it. 1, and then bum high, weight under, and then back up in front again. So what we're working with our bootstrappers is we're working our quads, our glutes, our hamstrings, our posture, our lower back, and also our shoulders. But because of the amount of reps we're doing, we're also getting that cardio element and the metabolic element in there as well. Oh, I'm really relying on my elbows, pushing out my knees in order to keep myself honest in the squat. Because if I don't, those knees are tired and they're gonna wanna fall under my body in an attempt to help, but they'll end up injuring. So we don't want that. Keep the elbows against them and rest. So we're going into our plie squat. That's where you're gonna hold the weight on the front of the body, kicking the leg out behind you, round to the side. 2, 1, let's go. Kick it out, around, down, and up. So I'm really focusing on driving through the sole of my foot in order to come back up. So I'm not pushing through the ball of my foot, I'm pushing through the whole surface area. My leg is out to the side. It's not too far behind me. It's actually trying to get back around to the front. So I'm twisting my hips out and around as much as possible. Oh, kick my chair over, well done, Ronan. 12 seconds. Then we got a 10-second breather, and then we're into our last ladder, our second ladder of swings and burpees. And you're gonna start at 1 rep again, rest. So we got 1 swing, 1 burpee, 2 swings, 2 burpees, 3 swings, 3 burpees, 3 minutes total. 3, 2, 1, and swing. 1 swing, 1 burpee. Remember with your burpee, you're trying to get your hands on the floor first. Once you got your hands on the floor, everything else is secondary. So you can't do a burpee, regardless of the version or the level you're doing, until you have your hands on the floor. So the first rule, get hands on floor, and then you'll be able to differentiate between beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And try and get that chest all the way down at all times. Coming up on the first minute being completed. There's a couple of reps in there that I'm unsure of whether I've done them enough. So I'm just throwing an extra 1 or 2 on each round just to make sure, because I'm trying to concentrate on talking, moving, the timer, the posture. So if you're watching this and you're counting my reps, I apologize for jumping either too far ahead. Okay, we're at the halfway mark. Keep moving. There is no more 3-minute ladders to do after this. This is the last round. You'll find swings and burpees. I think. Now I think about the swings, burpees, I think about my reps. Talking to myself. We are now inside the last 60 seconds of our 3-minute window. And I'm keeping an eye on my posture, technique, and tempo. 7, I think. So, you want to keep going, guys. It's not you versus anyone else. It's you versus you. Forget the person training beside you. Forget the person across the room, in the other house. It's just you. You push yourself to what you're capable of. So, we have another 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest 10 seconds. You're going back to your right hand. You're going to go up, right, row. So you're going to put your left hand behind your back. You're going to keep your shoulder blades pinned. And you're going to pull that kettlebell or weight up to your chin. Let's go. Big squeeze on the stomach. And I want you to visualize the right shoulder and the upper right hand back doing the work. By squeezing your core, you're keeping the torso tight, which then allows you to focus on the back muscle. We don't want the bicep to come into play in a primary role. We just want the upper back behind the shoulder, in between the shoulder blades, doing the work. So after this, in 15 seconds, you're gonna go onto your back and you're gonna put your right heel on the chair. And we're gonna drive our hips into the sky using our right heel only. 3, 2, 1, rest. Onto your backs. Get your right leg up on the chair. Keep the chair in nice and tight to your bum. And we're gonna raise our left leg in the air and drive. Right heel pushes my hips into the sky as high as I can. And I'm holding onto those 2 front legs on the chair. Keep your head and shoulders back on the floor. Keep that chair nice and tight to your butt. Woo. So after this, we're going to go into right arm only, single arm row. This time, the palm is going to face the body and the elbow is going to go out as wide to the side as possible. So think reverse push-up. Oh, my foot slipped off. Think reverse push-up. It'll make sense when you start doing it. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. Grab your weight. The palm now faces the body. Left hand on the chair. And the elbow is going up, out wide to the side. And let's go. Up to the side. So don't pull that kettlebell or dumbbell or weight into your armpit. The elbow is staying out at 90 degrees from your torso. And the palm is not rotating. So what we're trying to target here, again, is the lat and the shoulder blade just from a different angle. So it's a big squeeze on the stomach. The elbow stays out at 90 degrees to the torso. And the squeeze on the stomach ensures the torso doesn't rotate. And again, at all times, those 3 points are load bearing. 2 heels and 1 hand. Whew. Oh. Getting ready to go back through this a second time. And when we've gone through it a second time on the left side, that's your workout for the day. And rest. Okay, so we're going into our left side upright row. Left hand behind the back. And let's go. And it's at this point I owe you an apology because we're going to be doing the right side and left side one more time each. So we're halfway through the first round. Sorry. Whew. So it's a big squeeze on the stomach. And again, visualize behind the shoulder, the left shoulder blade, pulling the shoulder back and down. And then by extension, that left arm, elbow high. So the elbow is always higher than the weight. The weight never gets above the elbow height. Big squeeze on the stomach. Force that posture to stay upright. Your shoulder blades pinned and your stomach tight. And we're getting ready to go into our left side bridging with our heel on the stool. Left side bridging, let's go. Oh. So left heel on the chair, right leg in the air. Hold on to those 2 legs and let's drive through the left heel. Let's go. So the fact that I'm holding on to that chair doesn't let the chair slide away from me, therefore keeping the heel in nice and tight to my butt and isolating my hamstring and my glutes. I don't want to push to the ball of the foot. In fact, I don't want to have the ball of the foot on the chair at all, because if you have the ball of the foot on the chair, unbeknownst, You will be pushing through it. You want to isolate pushing through the heel. And every few reps, just take a little check. Make sure the butt is nice and close to the chair. Make sure the heel is the load bearing point, and make sure your knee is bent as much as possible. Whew. So we're going to go into our left arm row. So we're going to put our right hand on the chair. We're going to keep our palm facing the body. Up we get. So we're going to put our right hand on the chair, left hand on the weight, and the elbow goes out at 90 degrees to the torso. And let's go. Big squeeze on the stomach. So the next time you find yourself doing your left hand row like this, it is the last exercise set of the day. So stay with it. We just have to go through the right side and the left side one more time, keeping the elbow out at 90 degrees, squeezing your stomach to ensure you have correct control and you're not overly rotating your torso. Oh, that's the one. We're almost there. And remember, you're doing this to help flatten the curve, guys. How are my Sutton Park students getting on? How are my Sutton Park faculty getting on? Rest. Get rid of that chair for now. We're going back to our right hand, upright row, pulling from the middle upper back. Big squeeze on the stomach to maintain that posture. And let's go. So I'm really focusing on squeezing my core and rolling my shoulder up and back. And then by extension, if I shrug my shoulder up and roll it back, I'm making life easier on my pulling arm, because I'm then taking about 60% of the resistance away from the actual bicep and forearm and putting it on the bigger muscles, which is my shoulder and my lats. Big squeeze on the core, of course, enables you to stay rigid and isolate the right areas. Ooh, 10 seconds to go, and that's the end of the upright row on the right arm. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Get yourself on the floor, get your right heel up on the chair, and you're gonna drive your right hip through the right foot into the sky. Let's go. Right heel on the chair, push the hips as high as you can into the sky. Oh. Whew. So driving those hips as high as possible, and if you're doing it right, you should be feeling that on the back of the right thigh. That's your hamstring area, and also your butt cheek at the very top. If you're not getting the burn on the butt cheek, you need to push your hips higher so the glutes, the butt really contracts at the top. Whew. Keeping the head back, shoulders on the floor, and just visualize perfect range of movement. Getting ready to go up onto our right hand wide row and rest. Perfect. Time for you to slip off the chair. Whew. Okay, so I'm going to put my left hand on the chair. I'm going to hold the dumbbell, the kettlebell or weight in my right hand, palm facing the body. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Elbow out, 90 degrees to the torso, squeezing my stomach, pulling my shoulder blade back, and keeping 3 points equally in contact with the floor. I don't want to see my weight rolling from foot to foot as I pull. I want to keep an equal distribution in 3 points, load bearing. And then that core, by contracting it, stamps out any kind of rotation and allows me to isolate the areas we're looking to target more effectively. 10 seconds, then we're going back to the left hand and we're going to go through our 3 exercises on the left side, and then that is your lock and it's time for a shower. Okay, grab that bell in your left hand, leaning forward slightly, stomach tight, pulling the shoulder up and back, and let's go. And by pulling your shoulder up like you're shrugging your shoulder and then rolling it back at the same time, you're ensuring you're actually creating kinetic energy for that kettlebell to work with, and then it's not coming from a dead start in relation to the arm pull. The arm pull is there purely to steer it and give a little bit of help where necessary. But that shoulder shrug and roll is key, because if you don't do the shrug and the roll, you're going to be in a really tough scenario where you've got to rely on your forearm and bicep to pull that up, and they are not designed to do that. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Onto your back. Second last exercise. We got 50 seconds of left leg bridging, and then 50 seconds worth of wide row, and then it's cool down time. Let's go. Keeping that chair nice and tight to your butt, keeping a hold of those legs with your hands, driving those hips as high as you can, stretching out that left glute cheek and working that hamstring at the same time. And every few reps, I'm just pulling my heel back in, I'm repositioning it on the seat of the chair, I'm keeping a hold with my hands at the legs. They're going to dance a little bit, but that's okay. And as long as that chair stays in tight to my butt and I can feel that working on my hamstrings and my glute. I'm lucky in the fact that I'm using this stool and it has a little ridge, hand hold, carved into the middle of it. Oh, driving the hips as high as you can. 3, 2, 1. Up we get. Here we go. Last 50 seconds, guys. Last 50 seconds on a particularly tough workout. Getting that in your left hand, elbow out to the side, and let's go. So again, even though you can see the finish line, you still need to focus on the sequence. Plant the feet, squeeze the stomach, pull the shoulder blade back. Do not rotate that palm. Elbow goes out at 90 degrees, and you're really focusing on isolating the left side lat. And you're not hitting the forearm as much as you actually thought, because you're generating so much energy by squeezing your core and rolling that shoulder back that you're actually hitting the larger muscle, and the weight feels slightly lighter than you planned. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Wow. And that is Thursday. Whew. Ignore that timer. It's done. Okay, so take a breather. Oh, how did you find that session? I bet you thought that session was going to start off easy. Shane Divney, how are you? Good to see you in. Amy Burke, how are you? Okay, so we're going to get our stool or chair, we're going to use that for our glute, and we're going to put it beside us. And then we're going to put our outside leg up on the chair, drop the knee down, push the knee towards the floor, and stick your butt out the back. Your upper body's going to lean forward like you're stretching down to reach something, and that's going to emphasize the stretch on your glute. And you're going to hold it there. Another 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now going to put that foot that we've just been stretching on the floor, and you're going to put the leg that you were standing on up on the chair, and we're just going to lean forward, our knee bent, and we're going to stretch out the hip flexor, and that hip flexor is on the same side of the glute we just stretched. So in my case, I stretched my right glute, I'm now stretching my left hip flexor. Good stuff, guys. So, midday sessions, TonedFit Instagram. This is week 5 of our midday sessions, day 24, Monday to Friday. Again, it's all about the karma. So, these workouts are free for any of our followers, our fans, our members. Okay, get that chair to your other side, get the leg across the body, drop the leg down, drop the knee down, reach out in front, and feel the stretch on that glute. So like I was saying, it's all about what we can do while everyone's in the same boat. So we're able to offer this, we offer it. It's all about karma. All we ask is, now I've had a couple of people actually offer payment. No, we're not going to take that, that's okay. You guys just pay us by letting other people know. That'd be amazing. So we're essentially buying good karma and marketing from all of you guys. So if all of you guys gave us a like, a tag, a share, That's there's what, 40 people or something in this session, 35, 40 people, and there'll be another 30 or 40. Okay, over you come. Put the same leg you were standing on up on the chair. So generally the videos get about 100 views and participants a day. If we got everyone who did the 100, or every 100 person, every one of the 100 people I should say, sorry, to give us a like, a tag, a share or a referral, that would be enormous. So forgive my blabbering, just get out there and give us a like, a a tag and a share. Oh, cabin fever is setting in, hey? Okay, she's laughing at me across the way there. Okay, so feet nice and wide, soft knees, put all the weight on your heels. Your knuckles go to the floor and just go ragdoll and hang around down there. Control your breathing. You can give us a shag if you want. Okay, leaving the left hand on the floor, rotate the right hand to the sky. And then change. And then up we come, and the last one we're going to do, we're going to drop our right hand down the back, left on our elbow, pull to the left. You're very welcome, Fee. You're very welcome, Sharon. You're very welcome, Nessa. You're very welcome, Cheryl. Sheila, very welcome. Edwina, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, very welcome, Virgo. Anyway, so tomorrow's Friday. I try and make Friday as body weight. The last 4 Fridays, if you have done them, you will realize that it's just as tough, even without any kind of external weight. A chair, that's probably all you need. But when I put the plan together, I'll let you guys know. So keep an eye on our Instagram page, give us a share and a tag. Okay, go wash your head. See you tomorrow.